Random Altoid 10 of fishing lures. Fishing rod that needs frayed line and leader stripped off, but I'll do it later. Creek. Look, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not expecting crap to happen at this little creek because I've tried to fish it several times over the last 6 months and nothing came of it. So that's why you haven't seen any videos from this little creek here recently or in the last half a year. So it's also about to start storming and I've only got one battery with me. So we're gonna come down here and just fish this one side and see if we can catch anything. And probably just give it, about 30-45 minutes tops, because it's also like 104 degrees out because Tennessee's in its like third false fall. So anyway, let's see what we can catch. I also left my pliers at home, so I really don't have anything to cut line with except for a pair of fingernail clippers. It's going to be interesting. But I actually should have been working on another one of the Greenway videos today, but it being like 1 billion degrees and needing to do some other stuff, that didn't happen. So we're just going to mess around here for a little bit because I never fish it anymore. See what happens. Got something. It feels pretty good. Little red. Man, that thing's got some pretty colors on it. That is one of the prettiest fish that Tennessee has, besides a fully colored, like really dark smallmouth bass. Now, yellow perch, when they're in full colors, are really nice to look at too. There's another one. Not real big, but we'll take her. And just as I was suspecting, it's our buddy old pal, the yellow perch. Ooh, chill out, homie. These things right here are just gorgeous when they get in full color, which that one, it's kind of faded, but you can see them fairly well. All right, we'll give this little spot right here on the other side of this log for a few more minutes, or a cast or two, or whatever, and then move on. Another one, except even smaller. And I'll just screenshot my other one. It looks like it's almost snagged, but it's not. It's in the mouth. That's another one. What are you? You are another species. We're up to 3 so far. Got a little red ear sunfish. And I know it's probably getting annoying to y'all hearing me call out the species every time I catch one, but trust me, that habit is annoying me too. It's one of those really hard to break habits. You little Alright, I ain't got a clue what all is in this little Altoids box. It's just been sitting in my vehicle forever. And funny enough, there's what I was actually already using. A bunch of trout magnet, crappie magnets, and stuff like that. And I think for the sake of the video, since this water is a little bit dirty, we're going to use a chartreuse head trout magnet with a white body. And I'm going to take these nail clippers and trim that one leg off. Because my thing is with these trout magnets, yeah, they've got a ton of action with them, but every time I go to use them, well, 99% of the time, after figuring this out, especially when you're fishing an area that's got a lot of smaller fish that just tail it or nip it and can't really get the whole thing down, trim one of those little legs off. Gives it a ton more action and makes it easier for those real finicky biting fish to get it down. What we have, I think y'all know what that one is by now. Beast. I didn't get a picture, but I'll screenshot one of the other ones. I'm sure I've got a picture of a bluegill somewhere on my phone. And like I've said in previous videos, when you're fishing really small creeks like this where there's not a lot of space, don't dwell in one spot for very long, because if you catch several fish out of it, you're going to put a lot of pressure on that spot and make it harder to catch, well, more and more fish. So catch a couple, move on, and repeat process. Oh, fish. Which is. That's another good one. Man, that thing, that's a big red breast, especially for this creek. Because as you can tell, this creek is, well, it got off. But as I was saying, this creek is only about 30 feet wide. It's tiny. But yeah, that size of fish, period, is big for a creek like this. Alright, well, it seems like that little pocket there got wore out pretty quick. So we're going to go on down. Actually, we didn't even hit this right here. Occasionally there's one like this creek is weird. Like, there's so many little pockets that hide fish regularly. Like this spot right here, actually, no, it's the next one down, is where I caught one of the biggest fish I've ever caught out of this creek, which was this one here. Oh, yeah, there's a fish there. But yeah, this creek is weird because you can fish one spot, not catch anything, move 20 feet, and start catching the snot out of them. Oh, there's a fish. A dangle fish. There's another red. I had it laying over that limb and wasn't really paying attention. I had it laying over that limb right there and wasn't even really paying attention. I was like, there ain't nothing gonna hit that. And I was like, wait a minute, my line is going that way a lot faster than it should. So, like, you know what? There's a possibility. Are we going to have another break off? We certainly are, and that is a nice little sweater it wove for me. Oh well, it's part of it. Actually, it untangled, except for right there. Alright, now what do we want to select out of here? I already fished with the purple one. Might as well go with the trout magnet that's got the black and green on it. And why are you not closing? It's because there's a hook in the door of the thing. Oh, there was something good right there. At least I think it was a fish, I ain't sure. Could have just been some trash, because obviously, you know, this creek, you could spit in it and it'll flood. Hey, another perchy poo. You know, these things right here, they don't get very big in this creek. Open your mouth. They don't get very big in this creek. And I have done a couple of catching cooks in this, or from this creek, and probably shouldn't have, considering all the stuff I've seen dumped in it. But I'll leave a link in the description to one of the catching cooks that I did here, so you can check that one out. It's one of my older videos. Oh, darn it. I should have expected that to happen. I got a really good bite, and as soon as I set the hook, it went straight into a tree. So, I guess we're retying again. Okay, what are we going to use? Not much more of this, because apparently some of these baits have melted. That definitely ain't going to be you. Screw it. We'll go with that. It's only like an 1/80 ounce head. And that's not a fish, that's another snag. That is... Actually, did I get it back? Yes. That is the sign to move on. Tell you what, I'm starting to wish I had grabbed that bug spray that I left sitting on the kitchen counter when I left the house. Because these mosquitoes are ruthless. And they're not your typical mosquitoes. They're only about the size of a full-grown buzzard. Y'all think I'm joking. Tennessee's got some big ones. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, and check out all the links in the description, especially the top one. That's my mule fishing affiliate link. Anytime you buy something through that link, I get a little bit of a kickback, which kind of goes back to supporting the channel. So anyway, let's get back to fishing. Kind of have to be careful on this road because, you know, the wind's blowing so much right now. I can't tell if there's a car coming or if it's just the wind hitting the leaves. But yeah, there's not a lot of places to park, like right here where I'm at, and one spot down here, which both of them you're still kind of in the road. So yeah, definitely look both ways, stop, drop, and roll and all that stuff. There's something. It's tiny, but it's something. I'll screenshot my other one. Now I'm tangled up. This creek is going to quickly become an aggravating thing to fish anyway, because as you can tell, there's leaves starting to fall, and you know, it's about that time of year. Leaves are going to start dying off, and I have no idea where I casted that to. And the other side of this creek's already full of leaves where you can't really cast into it. It's another one. It's small, but it's there. Chill. I think I just caught you. I'll have to, well, we're not gonna say that I just caught that one a second time, because I don't know, because I didn't take a picture to examine later. That's another reason why I take so many pictures of, well, pictures of every fish that I catch. That way, you know, if I catch the same fish again, I can look back at photos and not count the one that I caught the second time. Because if you catch the same fish twice, then you didn't catch two fish. And a lot of times it's a lot easier than you think to tell if you caught the same fish twice. There's another one. Like in another portion of this creek, I've done a couple of videos I'll try to link to in the description, where I caught the same largemouth and the same crappie twice in the same trip, like within 30 minutes of each other. There's another one. What y'all are. Another beast. Now I know you didn't hook that good. Woo! You about gave my finger a piercing that it didn't want. How darest thee? And I guess I could show you real quick before it does get tore off what I'm using, if I don't get tangled up in this tree above me. But the head is a, I believe, 1/64 ounce Bobby Garland itty bit head, and that is just a 1 1/4 inch Bobby Garland itty bit swimmer. But the tail on it is so small that it doesn't actually swim. So I just work it like a normal bobby garland. Real good for small creeks, stuff like that. Real good for working under a slip float or something along those lines. And it's really small enough that you could use it on a fly rod. Another one. And it would be mighty fine of you if you stopped flopping. Little deal. That was a little bit of a flop, but it'll be alright. Ooh, that's large. Hey. Hey. And you have got some stuff going on with you. What in the world? Like, that is all over your belly, all over your side. Prime example of why I probably shouldn't have done that catch and cook in this out of this creek a couple of years ago. But I mean, I'm still alive, so. And, you know, I know I've talked about it several times in older videos or, you know, recent videos. This is quickly becoming my most favorite rod. This is a 6-foot ACC crappie sticks, one-piece split grip. It's a medium light, but the tip on it is fairly light. It almost feels like a ultralight, which helps a lot with throwing these ultralight baits that, well, like this for example, helps a lot with throwing them, paired with a really fine line. Like this is 12-pound JDM braid. It's Seagaur PEX8. Expensive stuff, but it's very worth it if you want something that's dual purpose. So it casts super light baits like this fairly well, and being big enough, you know, it could handle bigger fish, bigger baits. But this little combo has caught the snot out of fish for me this year. And if they made it in like a 5-6, I would probably go against my will and buy it, because I honestly don't care for rods shorter than 6 foot. For something that I can grab, you know, throw some little bit bigger baits, smaller baits, catch some good sized bluegill, catch some big old white bass and largemouth and such. This rod has been stupidly versatile. Ooh, what do you, tell you what, this has been the best. Open your friggin' mouth. Or don't and stab me in the finger. Another perch. But it's been the best trip that I have made down here, and definitely one of the better ones for perch. Like, I haven't caught this many perch down here in, I couldn't tell you how long. Alright, what is next? Now that trout magnet body's about shot. That really too big. Most of the stuff in here is too big. Yeah, we'll go with that. We already don't have a ton of baits to work with, so I'm gonna retie real quick and then just say screw it and go on up to the next little spot here. Gotcha. I got bit by something a couple of times there, but I wasn't 100% sure. You were just skin hooked. But yeah, I used to fish this creek like every single day after work and all that. And there was a time where over 2 days I'd caught over 100 fish out of this creek. And it just kind of started petering off, and I just stopped fishing it. Like, I've only fished this maybe 3-4 times in the last 8 months. So today's definitely the best, you know, bite that I've had down here in a long time. Oh, dude, another just straight up trog of a red. And I watched that one come out from behind some stobs down there. and I am stuck. And I'm saying that, I don't know that I've got another small bait that I can tie on in that little tray. First thing I'm gonna do is get over here and get out of the road before I do try to retie. Nothing that I really want to throw, but I know what we are going to use. Hey, that was a surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Woo! That was a lot of spines moving at a high rate right there. That was a pretty fish. Woo. It's another red of the ear. Dang, these, ow, 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 you little, you little bad word. You had to go stab it from my finger. And maybe we won't. You know what? That was pretty much, wait a minute, did I get it back? I don't think so. Nope, didn't get it back. So that is going to be the end of it. After I take care of the sweater that Braid weaved for me. You know, I could continue fishing because I've got the rest of my stuff with me, but I'm not going to. That was a successful enough little stop, so I need to get to putting together this intro or this thumbnail for this video. So we'll see you here in just a second. Well, everybody in YouTube land, that was a fun little stop. Because like I said, this is the first time in about 8 months of trying to fish this, that this creek has actually produced any decent numbers. Now, yeah, I've only tried to fish it about 4 times, so that ain't really saying much. But compared to the other 3 or 4 times, you know, but in all of those trips combined, I probably caught 5 fish. I didn't bother with trying to make anything out of those videos, and those were spread across several months. But anyway, we caught a ton of fish, a ton of different species, and yeah, that was fun. Good numbers day. Anyway, check out all the links in the descriptions if you want to see some more videos from this creek, some of my older ones. I'll have those linked in the description also. But check out the top link in the description. More importantly, that's my mule fishing affiliate link. And like I said, anytime you buy something through that link, I get a little bit of a kickback, so it goes to help the channel. So anyway, hope you liked the video. We'll see you in